The third type of if statement in Python is the if-elif. Let me demonstrate the general syntax for that if statement. So we have if followed by a relational expression. Inside that would be the statements. And then you'll say elif and another relational expression followed by a set of statements, one or more. And we can continue with elifs as long as we need to. I'm going to stop after this one. And then finally, you can have an optional else. The else will execute its statements if, and we left off a colon right there, if all of the other relational expressions are false. So an example of when you might need a if-elif is with the grading scale, when you're taking numeric scores and assigning values. So for example, greater than 89 is a letter grade A, using the 90 to 100 scale. 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, 60 to 69 is a D, and anything below 60, so less than or equal to 59, is an F. So if you're looking at a numeric score, you might say if grade is greater than 89, letter grade equals A. Elif grade is greater than 79 or greater than or equal to 80, letter grade equals B. Elif grade is greater than or equal to 70, letter grade equals C, and so on. In fact, let's look in Python how to actually write that simple little program to demonstrate how the if-elif works. So let's move to Python. We'll call this if-elif.py. So the first thing we're going to do is say print, enter a numeric grade. And then we'll say grade is equal to int raw input. And then we'll say if grade is greater than or equal to 90, letter grade equals A, elif, and actually I'm going to take the parentheses off this. If you come from another programming language into Python, you'll be like me and want to always put parentheses around your relational expressions. That's not a common idiom in Python, so trying to follow the convention of most Python programmers, I'll take my parentheses off, although it's hard for me to do. Then we can say elif grade greater than or equal to 80, letter grade equals B, elif grade greater than or equal to 70, letter grade equals C, elif grade greater than or equal to 60, letter grade equals D, elif grade less than equal to 59, letter grade equal F, else print did not recognize input. We'll add this else part for if the user enters something that's not in that range or enters some input that's not a number, for example. So we'll have a print statement and print and say your letter grade is letter grade. Okay, so let's exit and save. And try it, if-elif.py. I haven't made too many errors. This one's just a typographical error. I do like to leave them in because you'll see how I solve these problems. This is an easy one to fix. I just forgot to put the colon right here. So let's add that in real quick. Exit and save again. Chock full of mistakes today. Same thing right there. One more time. That's the end of the program, so there shouldn't be too many other errors. So let's just try a middle grade 77. Your letter grade is C. Let's run it again. Let's try a high score. That's good. Let's run it again. Let's try. Now let's try for one more attempt. Let's try something that's outside the range. Let's try a letter. In that case, it failed in our input, which is fine. Just trying to show you what would happen if the user entered something that was not a legitimate number. Later in the course, we'll talk more about how to handle errors like this, but I just wanted to demonstrate what would happen if the user entered something outside the range of numbers. So to review very quickly, we've looked at the if-elif statement as a way to make one decision based on a large range of possible values of the input. And so the example that we used was turning a numeric grade into a letter grade. In the exercises, we'll look at another example of using if-elif. And in fact, We're ready to move to the exercises now. Now, our first exercise will involve just if else, but later on in the exercises, we will work again with if elif. So let's move on to the exercises.